All right, you all. I am live. Let's get this Friday night live stream on and going. Wasn't going to live stream today. I just left the gym, had a good workout. I just wanted to chill and do some relax. But I was on the phone with my friend guy, and I told him that I have this new hoodie, and I told him I was going to surprise him and show it to him in the live stream. So you all tell me what you think. It doesn't have the drawstrings. I'm not like a foot, but this is my new hoodie. Y'all come in. Let me know what you think on Facebook. You see the 1111, the 6 ones in it. Let me put these drawstrings in and tuck them in. Let me know what you think. What do you like? You like what you think? Come in, hit that thumbs up. Right. I'm just looking at some books that I have over to the side. So this is for you, as we got a lot of stuff going on in the Bitcoin world. Not just Bitcoin, just with cryptocurrency. As you're going to see that Monday's decision is going to decide a long way is about the future of crypto. Is it going to, quote unquote, crash the market? I think we're going to see another market crash in cryptocurrency. But pretty soon, going into 2023, that we're definitely going to see. Thank you all for already coming in and hitting the thumbs up. Thank you so much. And let's get some people in. So let me know what you all think about the hoodie. As you all are coming in, let's comment. Leave some comments, whether you are watching this live or on the replay. Drop a comment in and come on in on this Friday night. Let's talk about crypto. Let's talk about the future of cash. I just want this to be, I'm going to show you all a few things about Ethereum, some warnings about, we can see $7 gas prices, but pretty much I want a dialogue, a conversation going on with you all. What do you see in your economy? Hello, Jason, my friend Jason. Jason, I got a new hoodie out. What do you think? Jason was live streaming today. Jason, you know what I think I'm gonna start doing is, for all my business partners, I'm gonna ask you all to. Oh, I see 111. Yeah, 111 code. Oh man, let's put some scripture on that. I just posted a 111 scripture. What do you all think about the shirt? Right? I mean the hoodie. This is my new hoodie. So a lot of things that I am wearing. Wow, this is a powerful post I'm reading. It's all about, and I found, I shared the scripture on my Facebook. I'm going to share it with you all. Proverbs 11:1. And people, I want you all to know that the objective of the elite is to make the masses feel uncomfortable about this new digital economic shift and confuse people while they obtain more riches. Like JP Morgan is the first bank to enter into the metaverse. This happened in Decentraland. And so they tell the masses that it's okay to invest, but when the masses fully understand, the prices will be out of reach. Right? I see 11 on my Facebook. Let me show you all that on my Facebook. Jason says, nice, thank you. Hello, Cool C. Hello to you all. And people, I got 11 as this article. JP Morgan, but if you can see the top corner, there's the 11 in red. And by this time, when the masses feel comfortable with it, prices are just going to be too much out of control with their investing. And people, let me say this. People invest, or people don't invest, for two reasons. And that's because, let's see, can I enlarge this? Because it's an emotional decision. Investing is very emotional, especially when you're not investing in tangible assets. When you cannot see, when you cannot touch it, right? When you cannot touch it, most people then, for some reason, are uncomfortable with investing. They want tangible things, and I get that. They want tangible things that they can touch and they can feel. And I was actually, I came across a live stream last night on YouTube, and the YouTuber, took it very personal. I saw a post that she posted about one of my videos today, and I just blocked the person, right? I'm not putting that much time and that much energy. But this is the thing, right? This was the point I was making on that particular live stream. That if the only thing you can tell me about gold is that it's God's money, then you don't know enough about gold. If you tell me the only reason, and I'm not, you all know that I talk about investing here. But if the only thing that you can tell me about gold, it is God's money, then my next question to you is, okay, what about copper? What about silver? What about palladium? What about oil? What about pearls? What about diamonds? Aren't these all God's possession? Aren't these all symbolism of infinite spirit, infinite God that creates wealth? And my whole point is that even though gold and silver is by constitution defined as money, right? Gold and silver. Silver was removed from the gold standard, right? In 1800s, right? And that's the hidden meaning behind the Wizard of Oz. But up to 1930s, when the government made it illegal for citizens to own gold, most people don't know it wasn't until the 1970s that people could start back even buying gold again. And that most people that have gold, they wear it as a store of value, right? They wear it as a store of value. And they do this also because of the health benefits of gold. But other than that, and that gold is an attractor of wealth. But gold is often talked about oftentimes as a store of value. And gold does have some intrinsic value. But we can also talk about God's creation, like cattle, like tangible land, real estate. Everything that the infinite spirit, infinite God made brings wealth. And that not is excluding gold, but it's inclusive of gold as well. So at $1,800 an ounce, I just said people need a better explanation for saying they're investing in gold than it's God's money. So originally the resources that were wealth resources were land, rice, wheat, the land itself, the cattle, again, my 1,1,1,000, the cattle on Thousand Hill are mines. And then later on, it became metal. And some people will argue that gold is not a store of value. It's a mineral or a rock, a gold rock from the earth. But we do know that governments hoard gold. And when this currency system reset happens, that they are going to reset the currency system, and they're going to use gold, because by constitution, gold is still money, to reset its currency system. So the most intrinsic value that gold has right now is that it's used as an electric conductor, right? And it has antibiotic properties. So gold is used as an electric conductor, and it has antibiotic property. Now, most people don't know what I mean. I'm trying to show my hoodie, right? I'm trying to show my hoodie. Most people don't know what that means by antibiotic properties with gold. But what that means is that wearing gold is good for your health. It fights off and combats radiation. And that's why ancient Egyptians and all kings and queens and people in the priesthood and that culture wore it, because it's a symbolism of wealth and it's an antibiotic property for your health. So gold, when you wear it, it's a store of health and wealth, or it's a symbolism, right, of health and wealth. This is why I wear silver. This is my copper for carpal tunnel. This is my ankh and my silver for silver ring, my silver necklace. I have I usually have my gold ring on. I don't have it on now, but let's have some real intellectual conversations here, right? I have, it's more than this gold ankh purifies. This is what I sit my cups and things on, because it's a purification. So am I against gold? No, I'm not. But I'm saying is all you can say, I even have a gold microphone. But if all you can tell me about gold is God's money, I know that you have a very shallow understanding of it. And that what most people need right now for my audience is cash flow and asset. Because if all you're going to do with gold is wait to man set the price higher than 1800, see, that's another thing. If you don't understand the spiritual side of gold and your only intentions is to use gold, so that right now man says in this earth realm that gold is valued at $1,800 an ounce. That price is set by the elite, by the powers that be. So if the only reason why you want to invest in gold is because you're waiting on the powers that be to tell you that God's gold is worth, let's say, $10,000, then you don't get the purpose of gold. You don't get the purpose of gold. You don't get it, right? You don't get the spiritual purpose of it. You don't get gold is to preserve wealth. It's a wealth preservation. As any rich and wealthy person, millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, why do you have gold? They're going to tell you it preserves my wealth. But if you don't have wealth to preserve, why are you telling me you're purchasing $1,800 ounce of gold? What's the most you can afford to purchase? Maybe 3 to 4 ounces? See, it's levels to this. Gold preserves wealth. It protects wealth. It is insurance for the wealthy. But if you're not wealthy right now, cryptocurrency, and as Coach Price says, MBT in the house, your cash flowing asset. And when you listen to Kim Kiyosaki, the very first thing she tells you is that every person that became rich and wealthy, she was interviewed by London Real, did so by first starting their business right out of their house. Let me adjust this. Starting their business right out of their house, right? And then she said the cash flow game that her and Robert Kiyosaki, the cash flow board game was created right on their dining room table. And most people don't understand the wealth that is right under their nose through a cash flowing home-based business that has the strategy that you need in the taxation plan. They don't get it. So this is it. I told you, Coach. I got on my pajamas too. So, but this, boom, 2, 4, 6, 1, 6, 6, 6. It's not an evil number. It is the day as King Solomon accepted. Let me show you that scripture. King Solomon, the richest according to the Bible, accepted 666 of gold. Significance of King Solomon, 666 talents of gold. This is in each year he would talk about, that's the amount. This is in 1 Kings chapter 10 and 2 Chronicles, right? But let's get into crypto. I didn't really want to get into the biblical part of this, but there's so much And the only reason why I'm getting to the biblical part of this, because again, when you look at your cryptocurrency, it is just a loss on paper. If you don't understand that this is the transfer of wealth, this is where the wealth transfer is going, it's okay. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with accumulating more gold. If you can play that rich and wealthy game, if you have wealth to preserve, then yes, get more gold if you're already wealthy. But if you're trying to get wealthy, it is your money, cash, converted to crypto and investing in tax shelters through this home-based business for $129 will take you a long way, will take you further than just buying gold outright. Because once you cash that gold in, then you're right back into the government system. And that's what a lot of people are trying to do. Right? That's what a lot of people are going to do. As soon as that, right. Gold is a wealth protection and a financial exchange. And it has its spiritual elements to it as well. That's it, Jason. Man, look, I ought to get you all on. This is what I put on my Facebook. Gold is to preserve wealth. You have to get the wealth first. Thank you, Jason. God has a strong displeasure. He didn't say hate. A strong displeasure for dishonest business dealings. He approves of those who are honest in their professions. That was my 11:11 scripture today. Right? So, hey, people, if you are already wealthy and you want to protect your wealth, then gold is the way for you. As I said, silver will give you a higher return on your investment. In 2011, JP Morgan hoarded over 350 million ounces of silver, that equal to 38% of the world's population. Silver was more gravitated to, was more desired than gold by the ancient Egyptians. And you know they know something about gold and silver. Silver will be used for Tesla. Even Tesla now have small houses, right? Small houses that they have the Tesla, along with the EV vehicles. And it's going to be used for the 5G Wi-Fi. It's going to be used for RFID chips, catalytic converters. So come to me with a better conversation than gold is God's money. It's a lot of stuff that's God's creation that's wealthy. But I was showing you 1 Kings 10:14, the weight of gold that Solomon received every year was 666 talents. That equals to about 25 tons. 666 is not an evil number, right? It's not an evil number. Exactly. Valuable jewelry. So, gold is a conversation for kings. Silver is a conversation for queens. Thank you, TP. If you don't want to get on my live stream, I can just call you and put you on speakerphone and let people hear your voice at least. And here's another 1111 code. $500 billion wiped off central bank's gold reserves since 2011. The record drop gold experience on Monday has shocked investors. Look at this. This was 2011. So that's all I'm saying. But come on, let's have a better intellectual conversation with me about money than gold is God's money. Because man manipulates the stock market, the elite, rather, even gold, even silver. There was a lawsuit against silver. That price was suppressed. Come on, so let's study money if you want more of it. So the record drop gold experience on Monday has shocked investors with huge losses and wiped out $560 billion from the value of central banks' reserve worldwide, and now declined by over $500 billion since 2011 high. Bullion prices dropped almost 15%, or $203.50, which means it has crashed $313 or 18% so far, 18.5%. Analysts say Western central banks have no one but themselves to blame. Many, led by the U.S. Federal Reserve, contributed to falling prices. Central banks, and so this is a gold crash. The Feds dubbed an assault on gold. That's all I was trying to say. After this $500 billion, gold devalued in 2011. They said, it goes on, hopes to kneecap gold. It may work for a while too, but they're saying eventually gold will migrate into a reserve currency and its price will break in advance. And they talk about Peter Schiff, but do you all understand Peter Schiff? He sells gold ETF. He doesn't sell physical gold. Peter Schiff said this about the company. Peter Schiff says that you won't get physical gold from Peter Schiff if you go through his company. You're going to get gold ETFs. And he says, "Hi, Queen. I ordered my book, Crypto Chris, on Amazon. It will be here Tuesday." No. Annie, thank you. Thank you for supporting. Boom, because Annie is ready to get into millions, billions, and trillions. Annie, thank you. I appreciate it. She's referring to people. Crypto Chris and his friend Crypto Christie. It tells the story how this poor little rich kid became a Bitcoin billionaire. Got visuals, pictures, audibles, all of that. Boom. The Crypto Chris now in the books look different than the cover. The cover was created by an African American creator, and she stopped doing illustrations, so I had to get someone of non-African descent, and they didn't quite nail it right, like the lady on that did my cover, my front and back cover, but she's retired. But just know, people, thank you, Annie. Appreciate that. We're getting into cash flow and home-based business, people, so you can position yourself for the next wealth transfer. Let's look at crypto today. Again, the Feds, the government has the power to pump it or dump it. Buy the rumor, sell the news. But if you sell the news, have your capital gains tax plan in place. That number 129 is strolling down for a reason. Not only does it give you capital gain taxes, but also it provides you with cash flow and an instant pay raise, because once you add this to your paycheck, you get 475 tax deductions. You have IRS experts that will analyze your paycheck, and they will let you know if you qualify, if your W-4 was completed correctly or incorrectly. And now you have some home-based business tax deductions backing it and behind it. That'll give you, for who needs some extra money out of their paychecks for inflation, as they're talking about $7 gas prices. So we got a red market, but one thing that's standing out is NEO. You all, this is just me talking to you all because I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give financial advice. I just research and read from a screen. Don't listen to anything I say unless you want to be rich. Thank you, Miss Taylor. Thank you. Right? Hey, Coach Price says become the lender and not the borrower. However, sometimes you have to borrow to become the lender. I always tell people to leverage their credit. Become the lender and not the borrower. But sometimes you have to borrow to become the lender if you leverage your credit correctly. So now, NEO, just because it's the matrix name, I'm definitely going to research that. I'm researching NEO. Just seeing what that's about. We got Ether down 1.9%. Some of my favorite crypto. Ether is going to be the machine brain when this switch is flipped, and the switch is going to be flipped, you all. Just look at this though. However, Bitcoin 2 years ago, BTC was $3,500, and look at it today, $40,000. Right? All we use is credit, Coach P, and all we do is win over here. Annie Taylor says, Queen, I want to order your Millionaire Note 111 book. I will cash app you now. Okay, Annie, but all my books are going to be shipped out on Tuesday for the autograph. I just want you to be aware of that, because I just had to order some more. My Millionaire Notes book for autograph, because I autographed my last one through Cash App, and according to Amazon, it's coming in on Tuesday here. So if you're fine with that, I'm just letting you know, but I definitely will ship it out as soon as I get them in to autograph first thing Tuesday. Just want to give you the heads up on that. So we got Bitcoin 2 years ago was 3,500, now 40K. Right? I'm talking about cash flowing stuff, people. I'm talking about cash flowing. I'm not talking about buying and holding something to look good. I'm talking about being able to get something that's going to make you like significant gains. You know, I was told 2 years ago when I was started researching Bitcoin and the Bitcoin halving, I was told that that's a scam, right? I was told that that's a scam. And had I listened by more than one person, right? I was told, oh, Bitcoin is a scam. And had I listened to them and thought Bitcoin at $3,500, even though I got in late, was a scam, I wouldn't be where I am financially today. People accepting the right financial advice is so vital during these times. And Proverbs 11:11, like that scripture I just shared, God has a strong displeasure for dishonest business dealing. He approved of those who are honest in their professions. Proverbs 11:11. I put my own translation on it so you all can understand. But people, let me tell you something. One thing you don't want to be worried about in this depression is where you're going to get the money from to feed your family. 50% of small businesses fail within 5 years. So what we do, and I'm saying we, through the 129 that was on the screen or the recession ready, that's you see streaming below, is help people find money as Jesus did right in the fish's mouth. I said fishes. Help you find money right in the sea. When Paul went to Jesus and said, hey, my business is operating in the red, or when the disciples went to Jesus, their professions were fishermen. And they said, we can't pay our taxes. Jesus didn't tell them to look elsewhere. He told them to look exactly where they were laboring from. He said, I want you all to go and get that gold coin out of the fish's mouth. Right? He said, I want you to go and get that gold coin out of the fish's mouth. Right? I want you to go right where you're laboring at, because your money is right what you're doing right now. You don't have to work overtime. You don't have to get a second job. You can get more money out of that one job doing the same thing, working the same hours. Right? So experts warn people, or warn drivers to brace themselves. Gas price could reach $7. Right? So oil prices have been hot lately as the geopolitical tensions rise between Russia and Ukraine. Veteran Energy Strategist said that he can see prices going up to $5. They're already $5 in California right now. So they can see them going up to $7, right? Up to $7. Now, with all this being said, people, we're going to talk about the qualifications. I have them in my notes of what really makes money. Because a lot of you all, when you get into dollars, you don't know it, but you get into debt. It tells you this debt is a legal tender, right? Or this note is a legal tender for all debts. And a lot of people don't understand that they have signatures on cash for a reason, because cash is nothing but a paper contract. They can highly tax your labor if you have a job, or you're 1099, or you have small business. See, let me drop this game on you. For example, a LLC that's taxed with the S corp, with the pass-through entity, is taxed less than just a regular LLC because of the payment structure. But the IRS is tightening up. They're saying you're going to have to show us documentation that you are a legitimate business and you're not doing this for a hobby. You're going to have to show me that you have this LLC or this LLC taxed as an S corp, that they give you 3 years to be non-profitable and you can write it off. But you're going to have to show me that you're really trying to do this as a business. So let me look at your business setup. Let me look at your business bank account. Let me look at your advertising. How you advertising this business. Let me look at your log of how you're trying to accumulate customers. What are your work hours? And then my question is how are you going to compete against successful competition that's doing what you're already doing? Like, you got Amazon and Walmart right now that's just taking over the e-commerce world. So what's going to make you stand out from competitors that's doing what you've been doing for years? Because once we go into depression, people are going to do business with people that they know, like, and trust. They don't know you if you're new. They don't trust you yet. The liking part, you can't have no control over. But people will like you when they trust you and they know you. And so in a recession, it's a great time to accumulate assets if you had a cash flow. It's a great time, depending on how you look at it, to get rich if you're investing in the right things. So if you are not emotional about when you log into your crypto wallets, and you understand that investing takes emotional intelligence and patience. If anything promotes you a get rich right now opportunity, it is more than likely a scam. You should make, Warren Buffett said this way, if you don't find a way to make money in your sleep, you will work until you die. So you should find a way to make money while you're sleeping, in your sleep. But you should not expect it to come overnight unless you've been putting in work for it for months and weeks and years ahead of time. And then that's how the overnight success happens. Why do you say that, Queen? Because it's biblical based. The Bible says that. I'll show it to you in a few minutes. Now, cryptocurrency is just an evolution of money. That's it. It's just an evolution. I want you to understand these three things. Theism, Theism, Theism is a belief that a higher power will solve your problems. These are in my notes. Theism, a belief that a higher power will solve your problems. I believe wholeheartedly that a higher power will always solve your problems once you take actions. And I do not look for a rapture for that to happen. I look for the higher power to work within me to manifest externally. Some people look for the opposite. They want an external manifestation without developing anything internal. They want something to just fall out of the sky. As Coach Price and I say religiously, nothing changes until you change. Nothing. Nothing changes until you change. The law of science and physics. A body in motion stays in motion. But a mind that is idle never manifests anything. That's why our older generation used to say an idle mind is the devil's workshop. A person that will talk themselves out of success, but you won't pep talk yourself into taking action to be successful. So theism is just a belief of a higher power, but usually theism doesn't teach you that it has to be works combined with that. That God is your source, but you have to be the resource. So you got humanism. Humanism is believing that man will solve the problem. Humanism believes a doctor a day. That you go see a doctor and they tell you to take 2 aspirins, or they used to, and call me in the morning. They don't even tell you to call them anymore. Okay, a doctor can solve my health problem. They can diagnose it. They can even give you it's supposed to be temporary medications to treat it. But at some point, your health lifestyle should have changed with that. So some people, they say they believe in God, but they believe in man more than they do God. They'll believe in a pastor. They'll believe in a job. They'll believe in a supervisor. They'll believe in a boss before they believe that the higher power is within them. And all they have to do is take action. So there's humanism. But people, cryptocurrency right now is dataism, a belief that data will solve your problems. And this is where the government is headed. They're saying our CBDCs, central banks, digital currencies, will solve this inflation problem. It's going to solve the problem of our economic system globally. That's dataism. I'm not discouraging, but for my audience, most people would get a better return on their investment from investing in silver at $28 an ounce versus gold, because silver is more so both industrial usage and is money. I believe in gold, but gold has a lot of spiritual as well as purification and antibiotics and health elements and health healing. So you should really study gold for more than just a blatant answer that it is God's money. It's a lot of stuff that God created that is rich and wealthy, including land, including cattle, including food, agriculture, including pearls, including diamonds, including oil, all God's preservations and creations, the higher power. And again, like I said, you should know about your spiritual part of his creations as well. So let's get into Ethereum, which will be the brain of all this, the number 2 cryptocurrency when this fully takes effect in 2023. You got the number 223 in that code, as 23 Michael Jordan was the GOAT. So all of this is really going to have more use cases next year. 6,829 ETH that's worth $19 million was just burned. And people, this is great news for Ethereum holders. I don't know if my person is still on here, but let's see. They said that Rhonda said that Ethereum, Rhonda, you still in? Rhonda Turner, Ethereum NFT protocol, tree trunk promises new royalties available royalties is big. That's available for artists. That's a big deal as well. And what else did Rhonda say? Got into ETH at $90. I think I got in at a couple of hundreds when it was in the hundreds. Timing and knowledge and wisdom is everything. So why this is even a bigger deal, because it's about supply and demand. If you can understand it about land, God is not making any more land. We don't know about how much gold and silver, because that's all created through a supernova and a star. You know, you definitely know that about land. That's why it's called real estate. Well, supply and demand, this is what really separates money from debt. Those debt-based notes that you have, it says this note is a legal tender for all debt, and it has signatures on a piece of paper, which makes it a contractual agreement. That anytime you see a supply and demand in something, and something is being burned, right, as Ether has, that means it's going to make it more valuable. That's why diamonds and pearls are more valuable, because of the scarcity and the intrinsic value. And sometimes people ask me, well, what intrinsic value does Bitcoin and Ether have? It's because this technology behind it, the intellectual technology of whoever Satoshi is and whoever created this, is unmatchable. And for what they're going to bring in this economic transfer of wealth. And so it was sent, as this much was burned, it was sent to an unusable wallet to remove it from circulation. This is what, listen people, over 16,000 cryptocurrencies. 90% of them are scams. You got to know which ones are not. And look at the 11 code, EIP 1159, upgrade the Ethereum blockchain, implemented an important upgrade, right? Why does this matter? So this upgrade, our proposal changed the fee model drastically. So now the transactions in this upgrade, right, are just according to the demand for the block space. So as this fee is burned or permanently removed from circulation, this is what makes Bitcoin so powerful. That's why when people say Bitcoin is going to zero, I'm like, are you referencing zero in the availability to buy? Because every time Bitcoin halving happens every 4 years, the ability, the opportunity rather, to invest in more Bitcoin is taken away, because they have a halving in which more is removed from circulation. This is why cash is not working. They're printed out. That's why cash is depreciating. That's why it's losing its purchasing power. Okay, Rhonda, glad you're still here. That's why you're going to see $7 gas prices. Because it cannot, anything that increases its supply output is going to cause prices to raise. It's going to cause inflation. So thank you. Rhonda says, listen to Queen researching about crypto. Even if you just buy it, staking it, get only 10 Ether, will give me 1 Ether a year. You don't get that. You don't ever get that in a savings account. Ever. And so there's two things that the rich and wealthy do to preserve their wealth. But there's levels to this. It's levels. They flip it to gold once you are wealthy, to preserve it to as an insurance hedge. Not to flip it back and sell it back to the government. Which is what most people are going to do, because they just want the capital gains. Give me 1 second, Ron. Okay, they hung up. They just want the capital gains return. If that's your agenda, then you don't get it. You don't understand. I would encourage everyone to listen to Jay-Z, the story of OJ, and listen there with a mindset to learn about investing, right? One of the top lines that I like about that in the story of OJ, it says, I could have bought a place in Dumbo before it was Dumbo for like $2 million. That same building today is worth $25 million. Then he goes on to say, guess how I'm feeling, Dumbo. Right. Then he goes on to say, I bought some artwork for $1 million. 2 years later, it's worth $2 million, the 222 code. Few years later, it'll be worth $8 million. Now, he didn't say it like that. I can't wait to give it to my children. But if you telling me you can't wait to flip, if you tell me 1 year, I bought gold for $1,000 or $1,800, and 2 years later, it's worth $3,600. And if you don't bring in that third stanza line that says a few years later, it's going to be worth, let's say, $8 million, and I can't wait to give this to my children, then you got it wrong. See, and the home-based business, the recession-ready line that I have up, or the text 129, it don't matter, whichever one you want to text. You can will it to your children. You can will this. You can leave your child through the home-based business, the cash flow and the credit repair. It does all of that. Instant pay raise out of your paycheck. If you qualify, you can will it to your children. See, poor working class people leave bills when they die. The rich and wealthy leave wills. If you want to know if something is an asset, ask yourself, can I will it to my children? And if you can, then why do you have a mindset to buy and sell only when the price is right? It's that, this old, the price is right. You all remember that show, The Price is Right? And you don't get it. You don't understand. I'm willing my gold to my children's children. A legacy. And I keep it to preserve my health, to purify my water, and to wear on my body as an antibiotic. I'm not thinking about, oh man, when gold hit 10,000, I'm selling it. If you think that way, you listen to Robert Kiyosaki teach on gold. And you got people on here that saying, yeah, gold is God's money. Okay, yeah, so much other stuff he created. So that's what real money is, people, the good, We're crypto or Bitcoin is to computer what quantum physics is to physics. It's just the mindset, Satoshi, whoever, just brilliant. And how else do you know if something that you have is an asset? Because you get tax exemptions. The government respects it. That's why you need this home-based business. You got to protect. Gold is not the only way to protect wealth. It's by having legal tax exemptions. So Georgia lawmakers is considering giving crypto miners tax exemption in a new bill. The state is expected to have 56,000 Bitmain miners by October. Do you really think they're doing this for a scam? Come on, people. Just because you look in your wallet and you down 6 figures don't mean you're not going to be back bigger and stronger than ever. Don't let your emotions and your lack of having tax shelters keep you broke. You got to get rid of the emotions and you have to be patient. But I promise you, this is the quickest way to millions, billions, and trillions that there is right now. And this is why I tell people, get your tax shelters. Get your tax shelters up. Protect your wealth. Gold is not the only way to preserve and protect wealth. The rich and wealthy also do it through tax shelters. The most inexpensive way right now, investment is $129, so you can get you a cash flowing asset. You can get more money out of your paycheck to help fight inflation. You can get your credit up, and they also have a bill negotiation. I ought to show you all my back office. I might do that. But you got 5 members of the Georgia House of Representatives have introduced a bill that would exempt local crypto miners for paying sales and use tax. This is House Bill 1342. The bill has yet to be titled, but they are introducing it to exempt the sale or use of electricity used in commercial mining of digital assets. Oh, that's going to save them big bills, because in my book, Crypto Chris, this is one of his secrets. In order to mine 1 Bitcoin, for example, it is the utility usage of 1.5 houses of what it would take to power a house and then a half a house for just 1 Bitcoin. So it requires a lot of electricity to mine these things. So, but this is just for commercial miners in a facility with at least 75,000 square feet. So it's definitely for the big, miners. And so what you're going to see and what we're going to experience is, as a lot of these warehouses are closing down, you're going to see a lot of crypto miners come now into play. 6,000 square footage. Kentucky also proposed this bill last year, March of 2021, because of the electricity cost is a big factor for crypto firms looking to expand their operations in the United States. So you got this. You also have a Bitcoin mining company called Bitfarms that came in November, and they was planning on building their first data center in Washington State. And they said because in Washington it was more cost efficient electricity and production rates. And you also have Texas that also has a number of firms that's mining, right? And so they're looking to deregulate the power grids and renewable energy sources. That's what they're saying. So this is just going to bring a lot of big businesses again to come in. And what I'm trying to tell you all to do is to take advantage of tax laws. The government does this for big businesses, and this is why getting in a home-based business for $129 is a protector of your wealth as well, and it creates you cash flow. So also the crypto miners exempt the IRS reporting rules. U.S. Treasury affirms. The U.S. Treasury affirmed that crypto miners and wallet operators are exempt from IRS reporting rules. You can also do this with certain silver. I do have a PDF e-booklet called the Silver Stacking Report. If you know what type of silver to buy, I highly advise you. I won't say advise. I'm not a financial advisor. A lot of people purchase this book so they can learn what silver does not require IRS reporting as well, right? The name of the game to make more money, but if you need it for emergency situations, then you have to flip it back into CBDCs or cash to keep more of the money that you have, so you're not highly taxed and your wealth is not wiped away. So the cryptocurrency industry in the United States is about to score a major legal win as the United States Treasury Department plans to spare crypto miners and other ancillary parties from tax reporting rules. Just incentives to get these large corporations into crypto mining. And people, guess what the date on this is? Let me stop and share. Guess what the date on this letterhead on the Department of Treasury in Washington? Guess what do you all think the date is? Let me know. What do you all think the date was? I'm going to give you all a couple minutes to respond. While you're responding to that, silver, if you want to know, the website is fixmycreditandcash.com. I will put it in the comments. Come Come on, somebody. I don't see a date. What date do you think the U.S. Treasury put that bill into? So financial health books and also cash flow strategies tab here. You can see my millionaire notes, and thank you all in advance, and thank you to Annie for just asking or requesting for her autograph copy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And also the Queen of Coins Silver Stacking Report. And I do have a Cash to Crypto. This is an email book to help you understand how to survive and thrive during the crisis that will be the greatest transfer of wealth, and it will be greater than the Great Depression in 1930s. So all of this can be found on the website cryptoqueen1111.com, right? cryptoqueen1111.com. Let me see. Did you all put a date? Okay, so someone says 2019, and I like that, 2019. All right, let me show you. It was, drum roll, February the 11th, this year, 222, Department of Treasury. See, can I enlarge? I can't make it that much larger. Interest in implementation. So, piece of legislation, according to Hebrew and Greek calendar, which is the biblical calendar, the new year is not until March, which is the 1st. All right, so you have January, that's really 11. So this is more like a 12-11 code, but it definitely was on February the 11th. Also, we have 222. So this is to include digital assets, virtual currency, incorporate them into our nation's tax code. So the goal is to achieve greater certainty for Americans looking to invest in digital assets. And so they're going to give tax breaks to these large corporations, which means the rich that mine is will continue to get richer. They will continue to get richer. And people, the fastest way to have, I watched a video that said he was a millionaire, but as soon as he spent $1, he was not a millionaire anymore. Right? Was not a millionaire anymore. So let me show you real quick what the home-based business right now has a promotional special going on to help you increase your cash flow and have tax shelters. If you did flip your crypto, that's going to be most important. First thing I'm going to share with you all is the instant pay raise, the paycheck pay raise is what it's called. You want an instant pay raise on your next paycheck. I'm going to wrap this up in like 5 minutes. I just got a text. So I have to do some other things. But I'm so glad to talk to you all on this Friday night, right? So you have, give me 1 second. I'll take this call after I finish. I'll call her back. All right, you want an instant pay raise on your next paycheck. Seriously. This is the first place that the 129 investment looks, where you're already getting money. So I'm going to put you all. I'm sorry, I got so many people calling me. Give me a second. Hello, can I call you back in a couple of minutes? I'm live streaming right now. Hello? Can't hear. So you got want an instant pay raise by your next paycheck. Why pay more in taxes when you can pay less? The number one way to reduce your taxes is to connect with this, with your home-based business. Put your money to work for you. Money is just a tool. So you get advice on how to legally reduce your taxes. And I put the link in the description. You can go ahead and calculate your savings the less federal taxes that you have claimed on your W-4 from your paycheck, the more money you can have every pay period, whether you get paid by the week, 2 weeks, or by the month. Virtually everyone on my team has gotten an instant pay raise. The minimum has been $300. That's the minimum, right? And so that happens with that. Let me show you the next. Also, credit repair services, all in one. All in one. Okay. So, thank you for the link. This is my second link. I got some more coming. What else do they do, Queen? Okay, I'm glad you asked. Right. This is what the expert doing the work for you, become financial independent. All of this comes in one. Right now in the bundle. Just like Costco, just like Walmart, $129. Credit score, credit improvement. You multiply your money, reduce your taxes, and I'm talking about paycheck taxes as well. And you don't have a tax liability at the end of the year because you add the up to 300 square footage of your home. You can pay your child or children up to $12,000 per child. The minimum amount is $5,000. Your utilities, your mortgage, and your rent, because now you're conducting this business through your home. You're doing like the woman in 2 Kings chapter 4 in the Bible. You're turning your house into a home-based business, and you're hiring your children to work for you. You are teaching them to become employees and entrepreneurs and not employees. They have the preparatory software. Preparatory software, not the old outdated letters method of repairing your credit. Right? The preparatory software for you. And so for rapid credit repair through experts. And get rid of debt. Also, it's a debt elimination plan, which I think is great. Up to date, they have increased credit scores on average from 50 to 150 points, from 50 to 150. They eliminated so far $500 million in interest. Let me zoom in on myself. I just put the glasses on. I was doing a lot of reading. $500 million in the interest, people. That's what you got to learn. You got to learn not to pay the interest in debt, but use debt so people can pay you interest by getting assets. It's something in cryptocurrency, for example, that's called decentralized finance. You can take out a loan against your crypto. Now, you have a small amount of interest charged on the loan, but you gain a way higher amount of interest on the crypto. That's how you flip it, as Jay-Z would say. That's how you flip it. No. Jay-Z said that's how you rinse it. Right? So I'm trying to give you $1 million worth of gain for $129. Jay-Z said, please don't die over the neighborhood that your mama rented. Take that drug money and buy the neighborhood. That's how you rinse it. I'm trying to show you how to rinse this so you can repeat, so you can stay a millionaire. And not if you spend $1, you're not a millionaire anymore. Tax reduction, $10 million, shifting back more than $10 million, over $120 million back into members' pocket from the government. Let me share the screen. You all see that on the tax reduction? From the government. This is how you position yourself to let the government pay you. $1.2 million in bill negotiation. That means your bill shredder program, it takes the bills you're already paying, your cell phone, your security bills, Let me see what other bills. Pest control. Trying to think of all of them. You get mileage back now because now it's business mileage and not for just pleasure. Comcast, internet cable. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. Internet cable bill. And people, this is what, see, the middle class get taxed, but the wealthy defer taxes. A refund pays you back, but you deserve your money up front. Re means again, and fund means money. So you see the 129. I have to answer some phone calls. And forget my hair. I've been to the gym. Wearing my natural. If you want the million, billions, or trillions, boom. My merch store. Go to my merch store on Teespring. Get this hoodie. Get it in t-shirt. I also have Luke 19:13. Do business until I come. And give me 1 second. I got another shirt. Let me show you this. And you see the Crypto Chris book right there in the background. Crypto Chris Profits. Get that for your children, for young adults, for yourself, so you can really understand cryptocurrency. I also got the millions, billions, trillions in white. TP, I got you. Just text me. You want the white one? This is yours right here. You're my mentor. You know I got one for you. Text me your mailing address. This is the do business until I come. Luke 19:13 scripture. 10x. TP, text me that mailing address. I will have it in the mail. TP, you're going to like this one too. This is erasing excuses. Let me move over. Expecting extra digits. We're erasing excuses. Expecting extra digits. TP, text me that address, Coach Price. I got you. Crypto Chris, my millionaire notes. You get the autographed copy. If you want to, these books will be shipping out. If you want the autographed copy of Crypto Chris, thank you. Let me know if you want one or all three. I got you. Because what you have poured into my life is way more worth than a hoodie. So there'll be some type of way that I can show you. I appreciate you because you would never allow me to send you a cash app. So at least let me send you this, right? So you want the autographed copy of Crypto Chris, it's $26.11. My millionaire notes is $21.11 for the autographed copy. Get it for the children in your life or just for yourself. It's really going to help you understand cryptocurrency in a very simple but profound way. Thank you, Philip. I'm just being blessed to be a blessing, you all. Me and Coach Price were talking about this, and I'm signing out. That he poured hours on the phone with me, and he might call me after this because he doesn't display this publicly. I'm gonna do it for him. I'm gonna tell his testimony for him, or I'm gonna brag on him for him, not brag, but just show how he's a blessing. And he got a phone call, a young lady. He's in the business I'm telling you all about. We're business partners. We have a wonderful business in a wonderful way. We offer wonderful services for wonderful pay. A person on his team had an issue. She needed to go see her grandmother ASAP. And the woman that raised her, he got that did expeditiously, like himself. And nothing, it just, the things he do, a lot of people, just the opportunity to be in a networking business where you got people that help you with your financial problems and your life situations. I call him a life coach. Most people call him a pastor. He doesn't respond to either one. He just said, I'm Coach Price. And just the things he do for his team. And he helps people See, people, the reason why I have 10x on here is Luke 19 and 13, because most people don't understand leaving your money in the bank is a mistake. By loaning your money, the bank loans out your money 10 times, 10x more. Thank you, Philip, for the 1111 super chat. So, banks earn $600,000 more than you. So what you have to do is flip it. As Jay-Z says, you got to rinse it. You have to learn how to become the bank. And this is the very first step. And Coach Price, let me tell you this. This just came to me in this live stream. You can agree or not disagree. But pretty soon, we're going to be introducing people how to take advantage of IUL whole life insurance to really help you become the bank. But before you get to those steps, people, you got to get your cash flow up. You got to get the most out of your paycheck. You got to get the most out of where you live, whether it's an apartment, a townhouse, a condo, a house. If it's a tiny house, if it's an RV, wherever, you get the most out of where you reside. These are all biblical principles. 2 Kings chapter 4. The widow woman was struggling financially. She turned her house into a business, right? And then once you do those steps, you can now take the greater steps and learn how to really become your own bank. Never use cash. Get out of that cash-based system. But the first thing you have to do is learn how to save and that the government pay you if you're earning a paycheck. So Philip Timms, thank you for the 1111 super chat. Deuteronomy 1 and 11 affirmation is on you. There's power in touching in 2 or 3 touching and agreeing. And I affirm that will, by divine right, return to you, increase in 1,000 times more, and return with bless you. That you'll have protection according to Psalms 91 and 1. The protection, the hedge, you'll have peace, positive elevation always creates peace. Positive. I haven't said that in a long time. Always creates elevation, positive energy, right? Always creates elevation, that you'll have peace and that you'll have plenty of money and prosperity. That's the 1111 code right there. Thank you, says I'm much appreciated. Thank you so much. So I just wanted to break down for you all the value of the 129. Start getting money right from your paycheck. Get your money back from your house. Stop putting money out the window. Start turning your bills into tax deductions. You're paying them anyway. Let that money shift back to you and take massive action. Invest in the right things, and you're going to become, right, transfer of millions, billions, and trillions. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for the engagement and comments. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Queen out.